What's up, everybody? We're gonna skip the usual intro this time. This isn't really for views or clicks or monetization. I just want to go ahead and kind of get some things off my chest. Kind of pay tribute to my auntie Andy. Um, Not only for myself but also for my family. So if anybody wants to tap in and watch this video that doesn't know or it's not my family, so my auntie Andy had died on Christmas Eve. She had passed away. Um, yeah, man. So she had like some very minor, well, somewhat minor health problems prior to that. But she was like a few blocks from her house, I guess. And somebody had hit and run her car. I don't know how they ran off with her, sustained so many injuries that their car maybe wasn't in. I don't know how it was in a working condition or was in working condition, but anyway, they ended up hit and run. And I guess she sustained a lot of real bad injuries. She had like a broken collarbone, broken arms, broken back, a bunch of contusions, I believe it's called. I had to look up that word, but um, yeah. So she ended up going to the hospital, and this happened around Thanksgiving because I remember my mom. Um, that's her only sister, you know. She had went and seen her uh, in the hospital on Thanksgiving, and yeah, sorry. She had seen her in the hospital on Thanksgiving, and I guess it was real bad. You know, she couldn't talk. She the air wasn't going past her windpipes. Um, you know, she could only like, her arms are broken. She can't write down what she wants to say. She was in terrible condition. I didn't really know the extent of her condition um, until Christmas Day. Well, I knew it was bad, but I didn't know it was like that bad. As a matter of fact, I had sent her some messages on Facebook, basically reaching out, saying like, I love you. I'm thinking about you. Um, Sorry, I try to get myself together. I had sent her some messages saying like, I love you. I'm thinking about you. Um, I hope that you can, overcome your injuries that you sustained. Uh, I don't know if she even seen the messages. Honestly, obviously they probably had more bigger things going on than Facebook at the time. Maybe they didn't get a chance to read it. Um, yeah, man, it's bad, man. So she had ended up, I guess, according to what was told to me, she was like not in working condition at all. She couldn't talk. The air wouldn't pass her vocal cords. Um, Obviously, she can't write what she's trying to say because her arms are broken. She's broken this, broken that. She's like oxygen. Like, I don't even know if she could totally breathe on her own. It was bad, man. It was real bad from how I understand it. I didn't see her in that condition. Um, yeah, but it was messed up, man. Uh, yeah, man. SubhanAllah. So yeah. Anyway, she had ended up. I guess there was some stuff where I guess if it was so bad, then she had the right to say that she didn't want to, like, basically that they could pull the plug on her. So I guess, that's what they ended up doing. They had a family like meeting before that, um, and they ended up pulling the plug on her. I don't have like a lot of family. The family that I have is real scattered. People don't talk to people. Some for good reasons, some for trivial stuff. But I could think like a million people that I would rather die for. What the fuck, man? She was like very like, she was so like vibrant, and I'm not just saying that like, man, oh, let me just pay. Like, no, these are facts. Like, she was very vibrant. She was like a hippie. She always been so cool. Like, I always thought she was so cool. You know what I mean? She's like kind of like a hippie. She got like the dyed little parts of her hair. She got like a little side ducktail thing or whatever. It was like dyed different colors, and she's just been always like real fly, real colorful personality. I got a lot of good memories from her. When she was young, she ended up going to beauty school. I don't know if she did it before my mom. So my mom's a beautician. I don't know if they did it around the same time, whatever. But they ended up doing the same thing. So my mom, she's saying pretty successful in her own way, with her own lane of how she does it. And Andy, my auntie, she ended up opening up her own salon. Yeah, I don't know, I always looked at them like they were like perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like, for a woman to keep a man around for 40 years plus, mind you, this is not like today's, like, you around chick for 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years. You're like, let me get up out of here. No, this woman, like, her and her husband was together for years and years and years. So she did have one son prior, but to my knowledge, he raised him like it was his own. So there's my auntie Andy, and my uncle Brian. They lived in Florida. They're from Florida. That's where the funeral's at. But yeah, man, they've just, I don't know, I always looked at them like they were like, everything was so perfect for them. They're together. There's a dad inside the house. They had together they had one kid that was B, my little cousin Brian B. And hold on. Sorry, I'm trying to keep it together. But anyway, yeah, they had my little cousin B, and he was like, he wasn't the only child, but he had the attention from both his parents. Super smart, real like a genius. Yeah, it was always like a real smart kid. I got a lot of like memories when we were younger. Like, they would come over, we would hang out with them. She came when I was a kid. I used to live in Texas for like I want to say like 8 months. Um, uh, yeah, I lived in Texas for like 8 months. They came out there, and then, or no, actually, I think just B and her came out, if I remember right. We was in Galveston, Texas. Anyway, some guy shot some guy across the street. She seen it. I was like, oh man, this place is messed up. Yeah. Anyway, uh, yeah, it, she's just a beautiful person, man. Like, she's very like free spirited, But at the same time of her being like free spirited, she was grounded. She was like in touch with her family, like she was with her husband for like 40 some years or something like that. Like, she passed away. She was like 70 years old, right? She was like 70 something years old, and I, I I don't like. I'm trying to jog my. I don't have a bad memory. I don't have like a single fucking bad memory of her. Like, for real. Like, she was like a beautiful person, you know. Um, yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to keep it together here. Uh, yeah, she was like really like a beautiful person, you know. I think the most like mad that she ever got at me was when we were a kid. It was like a Easter thing or something, and there was like there was like a some type of event on Easter. I don't even remember what state we was in, honestly, because when I was a kid, we always bounce around and have no fucking place to, like, that's why I probably shit's fucked up these days. But um, I think I'd actually like let a bag go out the window, and she's like, "Oh, come on, Mikey." And they just called me Mikey. "Come on, Mikey." And she turned around. She wasn't even mad. Like, she's like, that's just the most. I'm jogging my memory throughout. Like, I'm like 41 through since I was a kid. That's the most mad. And she wasn't even mad. Like, she was like, I don't get me wrong. I've seen her mad at my mom before. Like, they almost gotten like a couple fist fights before. But that's like a whole thing. But anyway, all my memories of her was just like real, like, good, man. Like, real good, man. She never. I remember. I remember it was a story, right? I'll tell you a story. So, when I was like a little kid, right, I used to piss the bed, and so my mom's not one of those like milk and cookies type of moms, you know. She's like kind of a little bit aggressive, you know. Uh, anyway, so she was like, got so tired of me pissing the bed, she got me this little thing I gotta put over my, my thing, right? And when soon as like some liquid hits it, it's like me 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 me. It beeps loud though, like a damn smoke alarm, right? And so I had to put it on my wang, you know what I'm saying, when I'm asleep. And then I guess it had like a real long cord, if I remember right, and we plugged it into the wall. So anyway, I had to share a bunk bed with my cousin B when we was like, I wasn't, I think I was like 7 or 8, right? This is around the time I actually stopped being in bed. But anyway, we gotta tell nobody about that. So anyway, yeah, so I had this thing on, and so I think it must have got loose or something or whatever. Anyway, so it didn't go off or whatever. So anyway, I pissed the bed. Me and my cousin B was in the bed together, right? So I woke up, it's piss everywhere on the bed. I'm like, oh fuck, I pissed the fuck, motherfucker. Anyway, so I'm like, damn. So B, if you see this, you gotta forgive me, but I blamed it on me. I was like, what? And then I don't remember if it was my mom or my auntie Andy came into the room with like, what? I'm like, I was like, I was pissing the bed. I think B peed the bed. And I remember she was like, oh, don't even worry about Mikey. And then so she got mad at B. I remember. She said, come on, B, you pissed the bed. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? And, shout out to B. Yeah, my bad. I didn't want to get slapped. You feel me? So, anyway, yeah, that's one of the memories I had. That was when they were in Texas, when we came in Galveston, Texas. And then she's one of the few people besides my mom who visited me in the penitentiary. I remember when I was in prison in Washington, she ended up visiting me. They came, and her and my Uncle Brian, they came, and they just like showed their. I took it like I really like. And I don't know if they know it, but that shit meant a lot to me. Like at a time when you like your back's on the wall, like you ain't got shit, like your life is fucked. You know what I'm saying? They tell me when to shit. You feel me? Go to bed, boy. Lights off. You feel me? You want to eat? Come eat this trash. Do it now, boy, or else you can't eat. You know what I mean? Like you getting that type of treatment in life for someone to come to see you like at a time like I don't even know if they know it. You know what I'm saying? If you guys see that meant a lot to me. You know what I'm saying? If you see this Uncle Brian, that meant a lot. Yeah, they see me in prison. They Yeah, I just got a lot of. I haven't seen my cousin B for a long time. He ended up having some baby with some lady, or his daughter was this one lady, and then that whatever didn't work out, and then he ended up getting with his current wife. Congratulations to them on the wedding. I can't go to Washington. I got one. My bad. But anyway, please forgive me. What I'm saying. Hopefully anniversaries outside of Washington somewhere. Anyway, yeah, man. So yeah, it's just nothing but good memories. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like there was times when like her and my mom didn't see eye to eye. Like there was I, so never with me. She was never any type of rude or mean with me. But your brother and sister, your sisters and sisters, they gonna fight, especially ones the older ones. She like, and my mom's like real fiery. She's not letting shit go. You know what I'm saying? She wants all the smoke type stuff. So, I don't even remember what the dispute was about. There might have been some alcohol involved. I don't remember, but her and my mom got in an argument in a Chinese restaurant. So like my mom's side. So mind you, my family's not that big. Like on my dad's side, but I don't mess with my dad. You know what I'm saying? And I never will. You feel me? So, um, like I love my dad's side of the family. My auntie Sharon, my uncle Greg, my cousin Denny. I love my cousin Denny. That's like one of my homies. But anyway, I don't really mess too much with them. Not because it's just because he's like the gate to that, and I'm like I'm straight. I'll never deal with you again. So anyway, uh, yeah. But my mom's side of the family, they kind of like they're kind of small. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's not 1,000 cousins and all that. Like nah, it's my mom, my auntie Andy. As far as their direct, my mom, my auntie Andy, my uncle Dan. That's it. And yeah, and then there Tom, you know what I'm saying, love and memory of him. He passed away before I was even born when my when my mom and my auntie was kids. My auntie was telling me that Tom showed her how to smoke weed when she was a kid. Well, first she was like, yeah, she taught me to smoke cigarettes and then, other things too. So I think he smoked a little weed with my auntie. My auntie loved the trees. It's funny. So I had went to prison for manufacture of controlled substance. I ended up making some wax. Um, I didn't even actually know it was illegal. But anyway, I ended up going to prison for that. For those that don't know what wax is, that's THC concentrate, where you're extracting the THC from the marijuana. Anyway, I remember I was like, I had all these like twos and fews, right? And I know she smokes weed. Well, I don't know about right before her passing, but throughout her life, she's enjoyed some dro. She liked the dro, the marijuana, right? She enjoyed the marijuana, whatever. So I was gonna right before I had got arrested. I remember I went to prison October 18th. If I'm not mistaken, that week I was gonna send her like a little sampler pack because I had a whole bunch of like twos and few when I allegedly got rid of them, shit, whatever, dispersed my product or whatever. I had, not full pound. I might have 4 ounces of this, an ounce of this, you know what I'm saying? So I was just going to make a little starter pack, send it to her, and I ended up not being able to do it because I obviously went to prison. But anyway, my intention was there. And I don't look at weed like it's a bad thing. I look at weed like, whatever. It's like coffee or something. But yeah, anyway, yeah, man, she's just been a real player. I remember there was a time when the idea was bouncing around. So, when I was young, my mom had put me out for some years. Um, and I'm past that at this point. But that for a long time now that was not, this ain't really about me, but that was something I had an issue with, whatever. Anyway, the idea was bouncing around about me going to live with my auntie Andy. I don't know if it was gonna happen. I don't know. It was just like a little idea that was bounced around. Anyway, I remember my dad was hating on her. Oh, she smoked here. So everything I used to do, I used to write down. Mike stole my gun. Mike had bullets in his room. Uh, uh, Mike, Mike was growing pot in his room, in the toy box. Uh, Mike threw an apple at a girl's head. Uh, Mike doesn't come home, so I made him sleep on all this nonsense, right? But anyway, he'd write everything down, and one of the things that he wrote down was reasons why I shouldn't be able to go there. And one of the reasons why she smokes weed. Bitch, he was fucking selling her weed back in some cases back in the fucking 80s and 90s. What the fuck? Or 80s, I would say. Anyway, yeah, so, yeah, but I don't know. I just always looked at her and my Uncle Brian like they just had such a great life. And you know, I'm pretty sure they had their little issues, you know, like anybody, you know. But they were happy, man. They were happy. They were very happy. My Uncle Brian loved that lady. Like, there was never any sign of him falling out of love with her. That's his wife. Like, for you to be with a woman 40 years, so there's people that are together, like, yeah, whatever. You sleep in a different bed. All that. No, I mean, I don't know their whatever, but like they're renewing their vow. I remember when I was like 14 years old, they had renewed their vows in Vegas. Like he loved that girl, and they had such a, like, I feel like their life was so, I don't know, I always looked at their life like it was perfect. You know what I'm saying? Because they're like successful, and then they have like, they're married, there's 2 parents in the household. You know what I'm saying? And then B was like an only child too, so he, not only child, he has an older brother, but the older brother was like my cousin Justin. Shout out to Justin too, I love you. He was out of the house, you know, by the time I'm pretty sure B was coming up or whatever. I always looked at Justin like he was cool too. He had like the little mullet back in the 80s and the earring on the left ear, you know, of course. But yeah, anyway, yeah, they just always kind of had it together, man. Like business owners, you feel me? They just always looked like they had such a cool life. They travel. They lived in Florida. You go to Florida, it's all tropical and snazzy, and you know what I'm saying. I remember they used to have this lamp when I used to go over there, and it was like a glass lamp, but it was big though, right? And it was empty, hollow. I mean, it wasn't empty; it was hollow, and then it was all filled with like pennies. You know, I just thought that was so dope. Like, I used to count, like, I wonder how much is in there. And then my cousin Jenny, so that's my Uncle Dan's daughter, one of his daughters. She ended up actually coming out like later, talking about she was like, I guess a lesbian or whatever. But it kind of made sense, because that's like really, that's my homie. That was my partner, you know. And it really made sense, because we're playing mercy. Like, damn, girls don't do this. Like, what the hell? And she was strong too. I couldn't beat her. Like, she couldn't beat me, but I couldn't beat her all day. I remember we used to go, so my grandma used to have this like little trailer in Oregon, in this town called Gold Beach, Oregon, that we used to go to, like sometimes in the summer times. And we would play. I remember we would play, like literally like hours we'd play, to like where I'm like, oh my God, my hands. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, one of the pictures of us there, I think, is at my mom's house in an old photo album. So my older sister used to always beat my ass, like religiously, right? And she was sick. So there was this picture where she was like, and she's crying, and I'm laughing, because I'm like, yeah, and I had this little, it was like a little lollipop, but it's the shape of a thumb, so I go, but anyway, no homo. But yeah, anyway, so, and she was there too. I don't know, man, she just always had like a real tropical, vibrant personality, you know. And then the fact that she had passed, like, it makes me kind of feel like I should have made me feel kind of like I didn't like reach out enough, you know what I'm saying? And I just reached the coldest part. Look, so I just seen my auntie. So on the 4th of July, right, this summer, what we in December right now, August, September, October, November, 5 months ago, it was in California. She hit me up. Well, a little bit more than that, but she hit me up. Hey, what's up, Mikey? I'm like, who's it? I didn't have her number saved. I'm like, who's it? It's like, oh, this is Auntie Andy. Hey, what's poppin'? Anyway, I started chopping it up with her. She was like, yeah, well, we're going to have a barbecue. It's going to be in L.A., blah, blah, blah. Anyway, it ended up not being a barbecue. It was like, it ended up being this funny thing, because my Uncle Brian was like, well, we'd have a barbecue. Like, oh, my bad, I thought it was a barbecue. Anyway, but yeah, I just seen him around the same time, because my uncle was, so this her brother, he actually was suffering from some ailments and an infection in his blood from some sort of thing in his heart they installed, but it ended up getting an infection in his blood. So yeah, anyway, long story short, we ended up seeing him there, and yeah, it was cool. She's just always vibrant and cool, and she's always real cool. Um, she's just, I don't know, man. She's just always like full of life, Yeah, man, she's just like full of life, and it just makes me really, honestly, it makes me like think like, wow, I could have seen them so much more, and I did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but now I see. We never been. Now I'm telling you, my family's kind of fucked up. Excuse my language, but my family's not the most best fan. Like, it's in terms of cohesiveness, And so, like, um, now I see as I get older. Even before this, I see like my little sister. And shout out to my little sister. I love my baby sister. She was going through. She had a little stuff in her personal, for us with her husband, whatever. They end up going their ways. Um, and I just find myself like wanting to kind of connect with her more often, especially now, Um, and I just look at my mom with her like, look. So my mom loves her sister. You know what I'm saying? My mom loves her sister. As soon as she heard that, bam, she was out of there. As soon as Thanksgiving came, they flew out and they got it popping, and they went and visited her. And then they were saying she's in bad shape, and I didn't know the shape. I spoke my P like, hey, I hope, but then again, I didn't know the I didn't know the severity of the injuries that she sustained. But yeah, anyway, she flew out there. I was trying to talk to her. She couldn't talk back. I mean, hopefully she heard me. But she probably was like really medicated at that time. Yeah, so yeah, man. It's tragic, man. She was 70 and a half. She was 70 and a half and been married since like 1978. 88, 98, 2008, 2018. So that's what, 46 years? For a woman to be able to not only just keep a man, for a woman to have a man and be happy with him and he's happy with her. I'm telling you, so I always looked at their life like it was perfect. Like they're always like traveling. What y'all doing? Oh, it's a light day. We're just gonna go to Maui today, and then we'll probably hop in this RV that we purchased and go travel to every state in America. Like, wow, my God. I used to be so intrigued with their life. Like, wow, man, they got it good, man. Their life is so great. And yeah, man, it was like, man, yeah. And like, fuck, man. I just makes me think like, fuck, like, excuse my language, but like, and then I kind of like wondered what's my Uncle Brian gonna do? Like, that was his wife. Like, imagine you got a wife for 46 years. You have a wife for 46 years. This is not just a wife like, nah, you got like 2-3 wives. Nah, that's not that. This is his wife. This is his best friend. This is his ride or die. He wake up to her. He go to sleep to her. You know what I'm saying? They travel the world together. They take trips. You know what I'm saying? They stack chips and take trips. They going to Costa Rica and this and that and this, the third. And they're just so like, you know what I'm saying? They did all this stuff together, right? Imagine you got this wife. This one's kind of like concerned with my Uncle Brian. What's he going to do? So they got, and then all of a sudden, your companion of 46 years, I'm not even 46 years old. You know what I'm saying? So longer than my life, they've been together, and I'm just like anybody else. I'm sure they've had some issues, whatever, but obviously not bad enough for any, you know what I'm saying? Like, they have a good family, you know what I'm saying? They had a good family. It makes me kind of worried, like damn, like, what's he gonna, like, what's he gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. 46 years, that's a long time to spend with yourself, let alone another person. You know what I'm saying? That's a long time to spend with yourself. Yeah, so let alone like imagine what's like, he'll feel like he comes home like, hey babe, but there's no babe. You feel me? Like, what, like, it's, yeah, man, it's just, yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just a fucked up thing, man. And I know, she was 70 years old. She had a good life, But yeah, man. And then there exists. So she used to smoke a lot of cigarettes back in the day. And I don't think weed hurt you like that, but whatever the situation, she ended up having a defibrillator in her heart. And they had to, like, whatever they had to do because to put it in there, and then so that was already the pre-existing condition that she had. So I guess what happened, they ended up kind of like sedating her and then going to defibrillator and turn it off, and then I think she just slowly like faded away. Yeah, man. So it's unfortunate, man. It really is. She was loved too. She was like, she wasn't. So you let's just say, so it's, in my case, that's my auntie. She wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this lady. Nah, this is like, she's cool, and she's so nice and cool, and yeah, man. Like she, and I know, like my mom, like, no, I ain't gonna say secretly, but deep down she like looks up to her. That's her older sister. You know what I'm saying? They had a good relationship, especially like in the later years. Not saying they didn't when they were younger; they probably did as well. But in her younger years, I remember my grandma telling me when my auntie Andy was a kid, she, she used to pick her nose, right? And then she would like eat her boogers. I love you, Auntie Andy. This is just what grandma told me. Anyway, I guess one time my grandma was like, and my grandma, so okay, so we talking about nice. I love my grandma, but she wasn't like the nice milk and cookies mom grandma. No, she like my mom, like kind of a little bit aggressive. You know what I mean? A little bit, and then her older years was like a little bit cranky. I love my grandma, but you know what I'm saying, this is just her. Well, anyway, she's like, stop picking it now. Men, they used to call her men, right? Because she looked like Minnie Mouse. Man, stop picking your nose. And so she would call, she's like, I'm hungry. She'll tell her, I'm hungry. So mom will laugh or whatever. But anyway, yeah. Yeah, man. It's crazy, man. Life is here and then it's gone, man. Life is here and then it's gone. Like, and the coldest part, like the person who hit and run my auntie, like, he don't know her, he don't give a fuck, but like, you fucking piece of shit. Like, I hope you fucking die, but I hope before you die the devil butt fucks you, bitch. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, you have no clue the damage that you caused, and you don't give a fuck, obviously, because you just dipped off. Like, yeah, man. Like, yeah, man. Don't drink and drive. I don't know if this person, I'm assuming it was a man. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm wrong assumption. I don't know, but if he was, I'm assuming he's drunk when he's doing it. Don't drink and drive, man. You know what I'm saying? These injuries that she sustained were bad, man. They weren't light, small injuries. No, these were bad. Like, and then it just kind of led to this. She probably could have had another good 10, 15 years on her. You feel me? She stopped smoking. I don't even know if she was still smoking weed and all that stuff. Yeah, man. Don't drink and drive. If that was the case, I'm going to just assume that person was doing it. But I'm like too consumed with, oh, it's starting to rain. I'm too consumed with the kind of the mourning and the loss of my auntie to even like, yeah, I'm like, fuck this person. But at the end of the day, like, saying fuck this person, I hope you die, fuck everything you love, fuck your mom, fuck your dad, you know what I'm saying? That's not gonna bring my auntie back. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. If I find to be trapped in a room with this person for even 5 minutes, I might have to end his life. But allegedly. But yeah. Anyway, yeah. That's all bad, man. I could just picture her right now with her different colors in her hair. She used to love tie-dye. She loved flamingos and she loved tie-dye. She, everybody's mom got their thing. So my mom's thing is carousels. Because I got some great, whatever. I think he was a grandfather or something. Yeah, great. So I have hella greats away. He was like this real successful carousel maker. Anyway, So she loves carousels. That's her thing. It's always been her thing. She cherishes that. My auntie, she loved flamingos. That was like her thing. It's like pink and bright and vibrant. And you just think of like the Caribbean. I can just picture her like in her little tie-dye shirt, and you know what I'm saying, laughing, smiling. She loved to have a good time, yeah, she liked to have a good time. She was like Carmen Sandiego. Like she was everywhere. She's like she's been, I'm telling you, this lady has been everywhere. Like maybe not everywhere, but 100% I can almost guarantee she's probably been to, if not 50 states, I'd say at least 45. She's been to different countries. She did have a good life, She did have a good life. Even though I feel I feel like her passing was untimely, she had a good life. She enjoyed herself. She loved her family. She loved her husband. She loved her two sons. Um, yeah, and B, my cousin B, my little cousin, that's her youngest son. He's kind of like at the age, he's still kind of young, freshly married. Like, I'm sure he's mourning her as well. But I feel like Justin's really taking it, like, because you're older, you start to see, like your life could be gone. You know what I'm saying? And then that's your mom. And he's like, my cousin Justin got to be 50 something at this point. You know what I'm saying? So he like, fuck, man, that's my mom. Like, yeah, man. And what kind of tore me back a little bit, I didn't really get a chance to mourn her. So I came back from I went to Colorado to these hot springs. I had already made the arrangements and stuff like that to go, right? And so I didn't want to like kind of like rain on the parade for everybody that I made the arrangements with or whatever. So I ended up winning, and I did have a good time. So I didn't really get a chance to mourn her like that. But just today, because we just got back last night, today I just like been heavy on my mind, man. Like I was like not reading, but reviewing the messages I sent her. Like, damn, man. Like at least I wish she read it. I mean, not that it would, but yeah. So her funeral is in Florida. Tickets are hella expensive. I think I might just drive out there, honestly. Put some miles on this car and stuff. But yeah, man. Oh, but it's not a funeral. It's called a celebration of life or something like that. My mom was like really sick about it, right? Especially that's her older sister. And when she had went there, or she had talked to him, I guess he was bedside. My Uncle Brian was bedside with her playing the guitar, saying that you're so beautiful to me. My Uncle Brian, he was a real well-read type of dude. He's playing his guitar and stuff like that. And yeah, man, I can only imagine, man, like when you dedicate 46 was it 46 years, almost 47 years to somebody, and then they're just gone. Like what, like, yeah, man, that's gotta be a shitty feeling, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. But anyway, I just want to send my condolences to, you know, first and foremost, my auntie Andy. In loving memory of you. You'll never be forgotten. You were always vibrant. You were always like very like daring, upbeat. You're a Gemini just like me. You're a Gemini just like me. You like all over. You like to travel. I'm traveling. We got a lot of similarities in that way. Yeah, what I'm saying? You had a good family. You were a good mom. Like, yeah, man. Uh, yeah, first and foremost, in love and memory of my auntie, Andrea Rutherford. Uh, Christmas Eve too, man. But yeah, anyway, and then of course my Uncle Brian. That's like nothing. I mean, I feel for you. Nothing can replace the nothing can replace the loss of my auntie. So I of your wife. So yeah, man. And you're a little younger than my auntie. You're like 5 years younger. So yeah, man, just I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Like, I wish I could tell you something to make it better. I wish I could, but it's like I know deep down, like, it can't be better for me. So I know for sure it can't be better for you. That's your wife. But yeah, my condolences absolutely go out to you. I love you guys. Um, my cousin B, you know, she loved you a lot. She spoiled you, boy. She spoiled you, boy. I'm trying to tell you, like, you had things and privileges that a lot of kids didn't have. Like, what I'm saying, like, I mean, your dad too, but um, yeah, she loved you a lot. My cousin Justin, you got a little bit longer run. You have a longer run than everybody that I just named, and knowing my auntie, your mom, nothing will replace that. You know what I'm saying? Nothing will replace that. Nothing. It doesn't matter millions of dollars, and every possession in the world, couldn't bring her back. And so I know that loss is big for you. I know it's heavy on your heart. Yeah, for you, man. I'm very, very, very sorry, man, that this happened to my mom. My mom knew her longer than anybody I named before, even Justin. You know, used to tell me, Ma used to tell me, right, when she used to, so when you're younger, you would make her mad, she'll clock you, beep. My mom told me that when they were young, she'll go, before she was gonna hit her, she'll go, like, and that's when she was like this, you know that she was about to hit her, like she was her. And it's funny because my mom go like that. Like, anyway, I guess we all got Tourette's or something, but yeah. Anyway, yeah. So my mom for sure, that's a big loss, and not yeah, not that's not. I've never in my life, you understand me? In my whole life, never have I ever met someone like my auntie. You meet people and then you be like, oh, you similar to this person. You remind me. Nobody reminds me of her. Like, she's a Gemini like me, so I can say like she was like me in some way. But at the end of the day, like it's not like you. No one I have met in my life will compare to her. In looks and characteristics, nobody looks like her. Nobody. She's a very unique person. I remember I was showing. So I have a picture of her when she was a baby, and I was showing my partner, and he was like, "Oh, you're black?" I'm like, nah, I'm not black, nah. He was like, "Oh, but your mom." I'm like, "This is my auntie." He's like, "Yeah, but so your mom's stepdad is black?" I'm like, "Nah." He thought that she was a black baby because I guess say we Portuguese and we got some other stuff too. But I guess the dark features really came out of her. She had real dark hair. She did dye it a lot of little fancy colors, and then she was like a little bit. I don't know. Maybe it was a picture. I don't know. But anyway, he thought she was black. But yeah. Anyway, yeah. So yeah. To my mom, that's a loss that would never be replaced. My mom's so healthy. I already know. I mean, Allah knows best, but I know like my mom's gonna be kicking for a long time. But she's a very like health conscious person. But anyway, Mama, I know this is a very I know this was a very big loss for you, man. So there's nothing I could say or do to bring her back, and if there was, I would do it. But yeah. So I'm sorry. You know. Um, yeah, man. And you know, John, I know, you probably met her 30 some years ago, whatever, but or 20 some years ago, I forget how many years, but yeah, you know, I know you feel this too, like I do. My sister, uh, my sister really liked my auntie too. I don't know so much about my older sister. We don't really speak like that, but my sister Angie, she really liked her. Like that. I mean, she loved her as her auntie. Um, and like I feel like when you're younger, maybe you don't value like your family as much, especially because you got your own shit going on. You know what I'm saying? You'd be like, well, for me, I was in the streets from, maybe like young age, like 12, 13, all the way until like in my adulthood. So maybe it's a little bit different. Like my reality was my reality. It took getting a little older to be like, oh wow, like these people are very valuable to me. You know what I'm saying? Not that I didn't think that. I just had my own shit going on at the time. But yeah, yeah, man. Jacob, I'm sure he misses her. I feel like the younger group of people, they miss him, but we have a special like me. I'm over the hill at this point. Um, like Justin, I feel like Justin. I feel like it hit Justin the most. My cousin Justin. Um, you gotta think you 50 years. That's your mom. Like, damn, bro. Like you 50 years with her, and he never left Florida. You know what I'm saying? Like to my knowledge, I don't think he ever left Florida. Me, I've been in this state, that state, ping pong, and getting paper, this place, that place. Nah, like he never left Florida. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that man is that's his mother. You feel me? Um, and everybody that knew her that knows that it was a big loss. Um, but yeah, anyway, my uncle Dan too. That was his sister. I'm sure he feels it too. For sure he does. My nieces, I'm not nieces. My cousin, my other cousins on my other side, Dan's kids. I'm sure they feel it. Um, yeah, man. Well, anyway, lost but never forgotten. I don't really know what else to say. I mean, nothing I say is gonna bring her back. That shit just hit me hard today, honestly. Like, cause yesterday I was with a bunch of people. Like, I didn't like want to really get into it like that. I started kind of talking about it on my way, um, on the way back home, and then I was like, I just kind of, cause I didn't want to get all like boo hoo all that shit. But yeah, man. I don't know what else to say, man. But yeah, for anybody who's viewing this is not like a fan, but doesn't know me like that, whatever, you just you like that's hey, well, I appreciate you for watching, and love your loved ones, man, and love your loved ones, man, and tap in with them as often and as much as you can. If there's ever a time like, oh, I'll see them next weekend, no, don't do it, bro. Go and see your loved ones. Um, yeah, like just go see them, man, and tap in with them. But anyway, that's all I got, man. I'll forever remember you, Andy. I love you. All right.